Hey guys, welcome to the Retro Game Junction. This is Camilio and we're live on Twitch pretty much every day at 8 PM Eastern Time. We're continuing our game of Star Trek Judgment Rites. This part right here is quite something. I mean, it is logical. But off stream I tried everything on everything, and even then I wasn't able to do it. And then I was like, what the fuck's going on? Mr. Here, he's kind of a little fucker. So I'm not sure in this save I've done this, so I'm gonna do it again.
I don't know why, but I could not get a good sampling.
I don't know why, yeah, right. Let's talk to him.
Ensign, let Dr. McCoy try that troublesome sequence.
Good idea.
I can do the job, sir, if I can have some peace and quiet here.
Mr. Johns, I think I'm getting a clear picture here of your difficulties. Do you realize that insubordination is an offense punishable by a court-martial? It looks to me that you're deliberately trying to mislead us. That's not a good career move. Calm down, Ensign. No one is criticizing you. I just need answers.
Let's go with this.
I appreciate the offer, Captain, but I know what's right and wrong here, so I don't need your help.
Ensign, I appreciate your situation, but this is not the time for philosophy. You have a job to... Ensign, you are here as a genetic engineer, not as a philosopher. I expect my orders to be obeyed, and if you have a problem with them, I don't expect to be deliberately misled. I could really use a Tellarite security officer right now. Ensign, I appreciate your situation, but this is not the... Ensign, you are here as a genetic engineer, not as a philosopher.
I regret my attempt to mislead you. I will accept whatever punishment you feel is necessary.
Silence only hides evil deeds, and I should not have been so cowardly, but I cannot be a party to this immoral act. Why can't they say that?
What is it you think I'm asking you to do, Ensign?
You don't understand, Captain. Look at the Alphans and look at the Omegans.
Yes. What right do we have to dilute the glory of those beautiful golden Omegans by mixing their DNA with that of the dark cruel race like the old Alphans?
There's so much evil in the universe. You're asking me to destroy a race of good and beauty by mixing their genetics with something ugly, something evil. I can't do it.
It's morally unacceptable. Why there's some lines here that they don't say.
Ensign, I think you're confusing things. The Alphans and Omegans are single-celled creatures. While the projections may have seemed sophisticated and human, they are constructs. You can look at the sequence and tell what you have there for DNA could never produce such a creature, can't you? I am asking you to do nothing of the kind, Ensign. You believe in the struggle of good against evil, and I respect that. But the application of your philosophical perspective is misplaced here. The Alphans and Omegans are single-celled creatures. They are no more capable of good or evil than a triple. Can't you see that?
Exactly.
Look, mister, even if the projections should be taken at face value, both sides have agreed to this. McCoy says they're only single-celled organisms, and you're smart enough to know if he's right or wrong. Use your instruments, be a geneticist, and then make a decision. I am asking you to do nothing of the kind, Ensign.
Single cells. You're right. I've been a real idiot. I suppose I should take a refresher course in Aesop.
Aesop?
It wouldn't hurt. Some of the wisest people in history have written for children.
Never judge an input card by its label. I guess that was the trap I fell into and kept me from doing my job and made me deceive my captain.
If it's any consolation, you're not very good at deception, Ensign.
Thank you, sir. I hope you'll give me a chance to correct my mistakes. Do you think we're really meant to combine the two races?
You've programmed the sequences. You can tell whether they're compatible.
Sir, the sequencer indicates that they need to be combined for their continual survival. But how did you know?
I listened to Dr. McCoy. It seemed the logical conclusion, given the evidence.
Thank you, Captain.
So do we do it?
The alpha sample is sequenced. This sample sequence is
Like a train.
I was unaware you had...
Captain, We have to run a set of source samples through the sequencer before I can make a composite sample with the replicator.
Did we just do that?
No, I don't think... No, I don't think that's...
Captain, Ensign John...
Jim, I suggest that Ensign Johns be the one.
I was unaware you had...
Oh man, we're back on square one. What? Do it!
It is a fully functional...
I don't understand
Captain,
what this is.
we have to run a set of source samples through the sequencer
know
before I
what the
can make a
fuck that
composite
is.
sample with the replicator.
I don't know what that means. You have to run a set of source samples. I guess that's done. Before I can make a composite sample. We just did that. We'll combine the
No,
two.
I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary.
This sample sequence... The alpha sample is sequenced, sir.
Then what? Let's talk to him.
I think we need to make sure a combined sample of the two races is stored in the proper machine.
I think we need to make sure a combined sample of the two races is stored in the proper machine. Well, I think that's the machine here. But how do we do the combined?
This situation is close.
Jim, how much longer do we have to stay on?
I don't know.
I think we need to make sure a combined sample of the...
How do we do the combined sample?
I was unaware you had...
I'm just a simple...
Captain, we have to run a set of source samples through the sequencer before I can make a composite sample with the replicator.
Oh, man. Ow.
No, I don't think that...
From its efficient energy...
This room disturbs me.
I thought you no longer harbored a prejudice against the...
It's not that, sir. I can't get over how close this technology is to ours. I've worked with xenogenetic technology before, and this is far closer to our machines than cultures that are familiar with Federation design. It's one very large coincidence.
Captain, now that we have a sample of the Alpha genetic code, we should go elsewhere to complete our mission.
Yeah.
I can't say that I'll nominate this place.
Oh my god.
This device contains genetic...
Captain, now that we have a sample of the Omega...
An interesting genetic
So Spock's saying it's not here that I need to do.
Finish your task, human.
I'd like to know what to do. You sample the thing, but now what? I would say use this guy on
Captain,
this thing and just
we have
move
to
along.
run a set of source samples through the sequencer before I can make a composite sample with the replicator.
I don't know what that means.
I was
Yes.
unaware you had studied...
No, you. Oh. Okay.
The two samples have
Yes.
joined together as easily as if they had
God,
once
if
been
I
a
at least
whole
had
and
an
been separated
interface, you
before.
know, I would see what's up with the computer, you know?
Any race that had this technology 50,000 years ago could possibly have been able to perform such a dissection and kept both halves alive.
Captain, with the samples sequenced together, I'm ready to use the replicator to produce a sample with the combined genetic data.
Okay.
I am producing a new... Captain, the genetic sequence is still stored in the computer. If we need another sample, the replicator can generate it. I officially christen this life form the Gammons.
Yeah.
A weak greenish glow comes from this dish.
The guy that I had to convince to create the life form is gonna name it, and he's gonna say it's his life form when I had to convince him to do it.
It looks exactly like the in-out act.
So it's an in-out.
Save new game. Save new, delete previous. Save new, delete. Save, replace, delete previous. Save new game.
Life form.
Well, Jim, it doesn't look like it does anything.
What?
Oh, I guess I spoke too soon. It took it in. It looks as if the colony is getting a foothold in there.
Life energy levels are spiking. They're building to a level sufficient for sending out a signal 100 times stronger than the one that brought us here, Captain.
The gammon sample appears to be thriving in this environment.
Thank you for your hard work. You have fulfilled the design for which we were created. I am authorized to tell you the true nature of this planet and those who brought you here. All you need do is ask.
Hey, good evening. I'm doing good. Doing good. Sisisa. Oh, okay.
Thank you, Captain, for your aid in constituting my people and in the unexpected necessary realignment of our communications array. You have performed admirably. Of the 16 stations reporting at this point, there have been 50% fatalities, 30% other failures, and only 20% successes. One group got points for style.
Points for style? Is this some sort of game? Not another alien race with a superiority complex. Who are you this time? Your appreciation is welcome, but many questions remain unanswered. Who are you? Points for style? Is this some sort of game? Not another alien race. Your appreciation is welcome, but many questions remain unanswered.
I am Satissa, a projection of a synthesis of Azra and Visner. Clearly you know that the primitive life forms you have been dealing with are incapable of creating that in which you now stand. You will also note that the more demonic of the creatures displayed a passivity you did not expect, while the morally pure creature was aggressive and bloodthirsty.
Have you heard?
The contradictions were noted and duly dealt with.
I don't know.
I take it you were testing us on our ability to deal with disparate and contradictory inputs.
Yes, your reasoning ability was being tested, as well as your ability to adapt to new ideas when they conflict with deeply held beliefs and cultural customs. You passed quite admirably. The Brassica are impressed.
I know only that I know nothing.
I'm not clear on who the Brassica are.
Captain, from this site, I can deduce various things about the Brassica. They are taller and more slender than we are. They are possessed of 3 fingers and a thumb on each hand. I suppose bilateral symmetry, and I know they possess greater visual acuity than humans. They visited this place well before humans had left the Cro-Magnon stage of development. And I note they have avoided detection by us, and presumably every other race in the universe, before they decided to send out signals to bring us to their bases.
Oh, I know we talked about it yesterday. Well, somebody posted it on Discord. About the new Monkey Island game? Yeah, it's not my favorite game franchise. What's my favorite game franchise? Deus Ex, System Shock 2.
Thank you, Mr. Spock.
And more you shall know as you continue on the quest. I wish you luck.
I like it. It's not my favorite.
Correct
Favorite is a
Enterprise,
big
Scotty,
word.
4 to beam up.
Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end.
Yay! Oh, I'll say yay if it's good. We'll see in 3 years or something.
In this case, Bones, a new beginning. We were the midwives for the rebirth of a life form. Two halves that have been made whole again. That's the way it was meant to be.
These games are way more yay than Monkey Island than in any new games.
And let us hope that this is the end of Ensign John's prejudices.
We can all learn to stop judging people by appearances. Ensign Johns might have done well to remember the biblical representation of Lucifer, appearing in the guise of an angel of light.
You can never trust anybody, and people who look like pointy-eared hobgoblins are definitely at the bottom of the list.
Anyway, at least it's written by Ron Gilbert, because if it wasn't, at this point I would be shitting on it and being like, I don't give a shit. No, I give a shit, but we'll see. In this year, apparently. Okay.
It appears that Dr.
I don't know if I should
McCoy
be
did not
happy or
learn the
not
lesson
about that.
of this mission either. Unfortunate, but not unexpected.
It's kind of weird.
Fortunately, the Alphans and the Omegans learned philosophy and personal belief are not as easily divorced from logic as some would believe. We humans attain our greatest fulfillment when both of them are united.
It has been proven countless times with Kickstarters and other games that point-and-click adventure games are some of the most difficult and long games to develop. It's weird, but that's what it is. At least when you don't have a team of 300. Like, this is no Assassin's Creed, you know. And I don't believe this has been done by a team of even 20 people. It might be just one or two guys.
Really, Captain?
Like, plus others, but you know, mainly.
Really? But I've had enough philosophy for one day. I'd rather worry about these Brassica and their cosmic
It said
quest.
written and developed by Ron Gilbert.
Well, with me aboard, we're sure to get points for style.
Well, the art style is okay. That's not what I care the most about. It's really about, is it going to be a good game? Is it going to be Monkey Island?
Many questions
It's gonna be
remain
fun.
unanswered, Captain.
Because I played the two other Ron Gilbert games, and they weren't funny.
And there's only one way to answer them.
Captain, message from Starfleet.
I'm not sure he has humor in him anymore. I mean, he's the grumpy old gamer on Twitter.
Bring it up, Lieutenant.
I have reviewed your report from your recent assignment, Captain, and have a few comments. The top brass at Starfleet are impressed with the results of your recent performance.
Okay, it's not
Outstanding work,
perfect.
Jim. Keep up the good work.
Okay, it's just a
Ahead,
good one.
Mr. Sulu. Warp Factor 5.
Okay, cool.
Leaving orbit.
Next.
Increasing to warp factor 5.
Okay, I did not like that one. Stackpole, no, I'm sorry. No, it was simplistic. The idea of like two combined race, and then it was like, I knew since the beginning it was obvious I needed to combine the thing. The problem was one of my ensign was giving me attitude. Religious attitude, like, no, these guys are evil. I don't want to sequence them. Like, that was the main problem in this mission. Nope. Pass. Next. Thimbleweed Park and the cave. Both were very meh. How
Spock,
can
where
you
do you think
read
we should
these?
start looking for this? Brassica?
Logic suggests that they will present us with opportunities to come to them.
Captain, a message from Starfleet.
On screen.
The puzzles were good in the cave. That was a good thing. There was no real story in it. Thimbleweed Park, it was a lot of story characters, events, stuff happening. I didn't really like the puzzle that much. and I didn't think it was funny. It was just weird and quirky, but that's not funny. I know it's not easy to make funny games. You need to check out Sam & Max. That's one of the funniest of the LucasArts game, I think. It's really funny, and it aged well. Like, I played it recently, it's still good, still funny.
Captain, the USS Regulus has been forced to cancel its survey mission to the Antares Rift. We've decided to redirect the Enterprise to that mission. The USS Hood will take over for your current assignment.
Antares Rift?
Of course, the Antares Rift has a rather dangerous reputation.
Nothing the Enterprise can't handle. But be careful. Start.
Okay, Antares Rift.
Save new game.
Less fights than the other game. I kind of like the fight. I'm sure there's gonna be one here. It's been a while coming. There was one in almost every chapter in the first game.
Captain's log, stardate 6257.6. We have entered the Antares Rift and found spatial disruptions in the rift that make using warp engines extremely dangerous. Repairs are almost complete on the minor damage we suffered upon entry into the rift. We are continuing our survey using impulse engines.
My poor babies. Warp engines were meant to be used, Captain.
Communications are back online, Captain.
Deflectors at 93% power and increasing.
Captain, undoubtedly that phenomenon would explain many of the strange disappearances in this sector. Still, with our warp engines deactivated, our computers indicate we will be safe.
Communications are out again, Captain. Is anyone hurt?
If he was human, Mr. Spock's pride might be...
Captain, sensors failed to indicate anything unusual prior to the explosion. I would speculate that it was caused by an extremely unusual rift in the space-time continuum, a place where radically different physical laws apply.
And since it was different space-time, our sensors weren't programmed to detect it.
And it could happen again at any time without warning.
Save new game.
Oh, we're gonna move around the Enterprise? Yeah!
Mr. Chekhov sometimes wishes he had a safer occupation, like handling antimatter. Mr. Sulu has complete faith in his captain, who has gotten them out of worse predicaments than this. This is the second time that hailing frequencies have gone down today. Lieutenant Uhura is not having a good day. Mr. Spock is trying to determine a way to detect the rifts before the Enterprise is destroyed. Ensign Walker came to the bridge to discuss discrepancies in the last damage control report. He now wishes he was elsewhere.
She's pretty funny.
Mr. Scott wonders how he'll look like a miracle worker this time.
Scotty, what's our status?
Very bad, Captain. Whatever hit the Enterprise hit us right in our own neighborhood. The hull is breached 6 meters from the bridge. Beyond that, the instruments are useless. I can't read or send anything through these controls. We'll need a starbase to make this bridge functional again.
Scotty, how about auxiliary control?
Captain, I cannot determine the status of anything beyond the place where the rupture occurred. The rest of the ship could be dead as far as we know.
Yeah, I hope the whole thing should be in the Enterprise. There should be a mission that, like, the ship gets hijacked by something. It happens a lot in the original series. And now you go around the ship like you would go around all the other bases and ship and planets that we've done in all the other chapters, but we've never done a whole chapter in the Enterprise. Like, we have the map and we kind of power up all the system, take control back of the Enterprise. That could have been a nice mission.
The damage readout for the Enterprise has gone crazy. There are obviously problems with the ship's damage registers.
I hope this is it. I hope this is it.
The damage readout for...
Let's talk to you.
Ideas, Mr. Walker?
I'm a security guard, sir, not an idea man. Still, if we could send out probes to detect these rifts, we might get a better idea on whether they're moving or not, and whether we should stop and make repairs, or keep moving.
Ideas, Mr. Walker?
I'm a
Scotty, what's our status?
Very bad, Captain.
Scotty, how about...
Captain, I cannot...
Status, Mr. Sulu.
Helm is not responding, Captain. The controls are completely dead.
Status, Mr. Chekhov.
Captain, navigation is not responding. The circuits are as lifeless as a Stalinist.
Captain, as a Stalinist.
Status, Mr. Chekhov.
Captain, I believe I may be able to adjust the sensors to detect these spatial rifts and pilot the Enterprise to avoid them. However, the sensors are too heavily damaged here. I will need to get to auxiliary control as soon as possible if I am to reroute the necessary systems.
Mr. Spock, the bulkheads were breached just outside of the bridge. No one's going to be able to leave the bridge for at least an hour unless they're transported out.
It says now one, and he actually just said no ones. Okay.
Any ideas, Lieutenant?
I was barely able to reroute the necessary connections last time, Captain. Communications are completely useless now. We may be able to enter codes into the library computer and instruct others to send messages to us.
Captain, I believe I may be able to adjust the sensors to detect these spatial rifts and pilot the Enterprise to avoid them. However, the sensors are too heavily damaged here. I will need to get to auxiliary control as soon as possible.
Mr. Spock, the bulkheads were breached just outside of the bridge. No one's going to be able to leave the bridge for at least...
We are being transported out. Okay, is there something else I can do?
This seems pointless. This is where Kirk sits. The captain's log is stored here, as well as a record of landing party assignments.
Captain's log, supplemental. Things are a complete mess on the bridge, with little immediate hope for improvement. Captain's log, supplement.
Oh, I don't even have guns or anything.
It's stuck. We're not getting out of here that way. Ideas, Mr. Walker?
I'm a security guard, sir.
Any ideas, Lieutenant?
I was barely able to reroute...
Captain, I believe I may be...
Mr. Spock.
Okay, they say the same thing. How can I use my... I can't use my communicator. I don't have a communicator.
Status, Mr. Sulu.
Helm is not responding.
Scotty, what's our status?
Very bad, Captain.
Scotty, how...
Captain.
I do not see the logic.
It's stuck. We're not...
Captain, there's got...
It's stuck. We're...
I don't understand what you...
Captain's log,
No effect. Mr. Scott's home away from home, aka engineering. This allows access to some of the more important engineering functions from the bridge, most notably damage control systems and emergency power and internal sensors. Mr. Scott's home... This seems pointless. The communications station. This is the science station.
Captain, these control... Captain.
Captain, I've already said they're useless. I might be...
Captain, I am quite capable of doing my job. There is no problem with the display, Captain.
Captain, I have to fix that in Captain, I have to fix that in engineering.
Captain, things look very bad.
Helm still does not respond, sir.
So I'd like to beep, 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 beep. Character teleports. How do I do that?
Status, Mr. Sulu.
Helm is not...
Scotty, what's our status?
Very bad, Captain. What?
Scotty, how about auxiliary?
Captain, I cannot determine the status of anything beyond the place where the...
Scotty, what's our status?
Very bad, Captain.
Scotty...
Captain.
Status, Mr. Chekhov.
Captain, navigation is not responding.
Ideas, Mr. Walker?
I'm a security guard, sir.
Any ideas, Lieutenant?
I was barely able to reroute the necessary connections last time, Captain.
Computer.
Communications are completely useless now. We may be able to...
Computer? I can't.
You get no response.
Can I talk to the computer? No. Myself.
We need
maybe.
to make communicating with the rest of the ship our first priority.
Yes. Oh shit, I thought talking to myself might be the... Use myself? Use myself?
No, I don't think...
Get myself.
No effect.
Talk to myself.
We need to make communicating with the rest of the ship our first priority.
Yes, how do we do that now? Don't we all have a little like communicator thing? Boop, boop, boop. No? How do I access that? It's usually like on my person. But now I don't have any inventory for some reason.
Captain, I've already...
I'll do it anyway.
Captain, I've already said... Captain, I've already...
Captain, things look...
Status, Mr. Chekhov.
Captain,
Captain, I believe I may be able to adjust the sensors to detect these spatial rifts and pilot the Enterprise to avoid them.
Sensors.
However, the sensors are too heavily damaged here.
Control.
Mr.
Yes.
Spock, the bulkheads were breached just outside of the bridge. No one's going to be able to leave the bridge for at least
They're
an hour unless
teleported
they're
out.
transported.
Okay, how do I do that now? I just want to do it.
No, I don't think that's...
I want to teleport out.
Captain, I have to fix...
This seems pointless. This door leads to...
I can't even use my tricorder. There's nothing to do here.
This is where
Captain's log, supplemental.
Helm still doesn't...
Captain, things look...
Captain, I am quite... There is no problem.
Captain, I have to...
Captain, I've already... Captain, I've already said...
No, I don't think that's... Captain's log,
Helm still does not respond.
Captain, I have to fix... Captain.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
I talked to everyone, I used everything, I looked at everything, I didn't try to get everything.
No effect.
I tried using everybody on the door, I tried using people on their stations or on other stations.
Captain!
Doesn't really matter.
Captain, I have to... Captain, I have to...
Ideas, Mr. Walker?
I'm a security guard, sir, not an idea man. Still, if we could send out probes to detect these rifts...
Any ideas, Lieutenant?
I was barely able to reroute the necessary connections last time, Captain. Communications are completely useless now. We may be able to enter codes into the library computer and instruct others to send messages to us.
How do I enter the code into the library computer?
Captain, I believe I may be able to adjust the sensors to detect these spatial...
Mr. Spock, the bulkheads...
Status, Mr. Chekhov.
Captain, navigation...
Scotty, what's our status?
Very bad, Captain. Whatever hit the Enterprise hit us right in our own neighborhood. The hull is breached 6 meters from the bridge. Beyond that, the instruments are useless.
Scotty, how about
Captain, I cannot determine the status.
That's all we have to go. Auxiliary control. Enter codes into the library computer to message others. I would like to enter codes into the
Captain, I have to fix.
I don't know how to do that.
Captain, I've already said they're useless. I might be able to employ...
Captain, I am quite
I can make my own log entry.
We are in a difficult situation, Captain.
Captain.
This is where Kirk's... This is the science station, where Spock scans anomalies and operates...
computer.
Captain, I am quite capable.
Do it. We did that before. Maybe it was before talking.
Captain, the library computer is online. Apparently, its circuits were shielded from the explosion. Captain, I have managed to program a message into the library computer. The first time a person accesses the computer, they will read our distress signal. Hopefully, they can code a reply into the computer, which we can access.
Okay.
Captain, I am quite Captain, the transporters are operational. I request permission to be transported, so I can begin the adjustments to sensors as soon as possible.
Go ahead, Spock. No, Spock, I'll go first. Go ahead, Spock. No, Spock, I'll go first. Go ahead, Spock. No, Spock, I'll go. Go ahead, Spock. No, Spock, go ahead. No, go ahead, Spock.
I don't know. Can't we do both?
Spock.
Uh-oh.
Save new game. Save new. Replay. Delete preview. Save new game. Delete preview. Save new game.
Spock fucked. Let's talk to people.
Captain, that thing with the 4 arms wasn't Mr. Spock, was it? That beam wasn't some sort of transmutation beam, was it?
I don't think so, Mr. Walker. But the two have to be connected.
Captain, we need to get off the bridge. I recommend we keep monitoring the science station and see if anyone answers our messages.
Captain, what was that thing?
I don't know, Mr. Chekhov, but I intend to find out.
Captain, this bridge is useless. For our own sake as well as Spock's, we have to find a way to get out of here.
The controls are still not functioning, Captain. I can take care of that, Captain. I'm patching your log into the computer. You should have voice messages.
Captain, we've managed to jury-rig an evacuation tube through the bridge turbo lift. We should be able to keep it stable long enough for you to be evacuated.
Okay.
I can take care of that, Captain. I'm patching...
Captain, we've...
Breach this here? All this thing here? What? Are you shitting? Bridge. Auxiliary control, sick bay. They took this from the auxiliary control. I thought engineering was here. Yeah, there was a map like
Captain's
this in the
log.
other game.
After equipping ourselves with tricorders and phasers, we are now searching for a way to find Spock and return him to us. I've determined that the best place to start...
Whoop.
took the warp engines offline.
Uh-oh.
How bad is it, Scotty?
That explosion was 42% stronger than the one that struck near the bridge. Our lift warp nacelle is crippled, Captain.
I hope it's not a trend. Keep me posted, Mr. Scott. Kirk out.
Scott sounded weird. Maybe...
Save
it's
new
not
game. Save new. Replace.
Hikaru Sulu has seen more than one attempt by aliens to take control of the ship, and they've always failed. Angus Walker wonders how they're going to remove the aliens this time. Pavel Chekhov is a little nervous right now. The doorway to the turbolift monitor. It says that the turbolift is on the auxiliary control deck. The doorway to auxiliary...
The way into auxiliary control...
This screen shows the layout on this deck. The door directly ahead of you leads to the auxiliary... The deck integrity monitor. Nothing on this deck has been damaged.
The deck integrity monitor... Deck layout screen. Our highest priority is control of the sensors. We must find Spock.
I'll handle it, Captain. Remember, I was a physicist when I first joined the Enterprise.
Ah! Captain, look!
A strange alien.
Whoop.
Captain,
That
what
sound
happened?
that they're using.
It appears our alien friend likes its privacy.
What's this?
This screen shows...
I don't...
I believe that...
Well, Captain, if we didn't know the way to auxiliary control...
Very funny, Sulu.
The tricorder says the deck layout. Captain, there's some sort of barriers on the walls and the doors. Our sensors can...
The Cossacks have locked the door, Captain.
The Cossacks? Oh, now we know they're called the Cossacks?
The door to auxiliary control. The panel next to it.
This panel doesn't seem to be working.
The alien has thought of everything.
We could bring down a phaser welder and force it open.
We don't have the time, Mr. Sulu.
Well, they say the price of freedom is eternal vigilance.
What does that mean, Sulu? That we should have been more vigilant? How could we? The sensor said nothing.
Well, maybe if Starfleet sensor designers would be quicker to modify their sensors to react to new phenomena.
You two are as bad as Spock and McCoy.
Why do aliens always seem to...
Oh, I said there
invade
wasn't
the
any
Enterprise?
Chekhov and Sulu. Oh, I got my wish, I guess.
Actually, Pavel, last year, 5 different alien species tried to take over the USS Regulus. The Enterprise is at it relatively easy compared to them.
Did I say we needed a mission where alien get control of the... That's exactly what's happening. I didn't think it was alien at first. I thought we entered some kind of weird time rift.
But why do all the competent aliens always seem to invade the Enterprise?
No, it's the incompetent one that invade the Enterprise. If the competent ones would invade the Enterprise, you wouldn't be talking now.
Why do aliens always seem to invade?
Actually, Pavel...
But why do...
Awaiting orders, Captain.
Waiting orders.
Captain, the doors are programmed to automatically...
Captain, there's some sort of... Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing wrong with the turbo. The tricorder says the deck layout screen is correct.
This says that...
ship's communication. Sick bay emergency door control. The wall of the corridor out. Sick bay life support warning. The wall of the corridor. The sick bay status indicator shows that the ceiling of the corridor outside. This passage. The wall of the corridor outside the Enterprise's sick. The floor of the corridor. Captain James, Ensign Pop, Lieutenant Hikaru.
And nothing interesting to say.
Well, Sulu, when the Enterprise is in trouble, who do they turn to save the day?
And guess who doesn't get the glory?
Or the credit?
Yes, let's not forget the credit.
Stop complaining, gentlemen. And I thought McCoy was a major league grouser.
Don't worry, Captain. If we can't get Spock back, I wouldn't be surprised if he got himself out of this.
I'd like to think so, but I fear there are limits even to Spock's ability.
Sickbay. I hate sickbay. Why do we have to come here?
Well, Jim, I leave you alone for 5 minutes and look at the mess you've made.
Dr. McCoy, who never understood why people get so nervous in sickbay. It's the safest part of the ship.
Jim, what is going on out there?
Spock is gone, Bones. He was transporting off the bridge, and then he vanished, and then this alien appeared in auxiliary control.
Yeah, I think it is Spock.
An alien kidnapped Spock?
I don't know, Bones.
Jim, I'll need a medical scan of the alien if I'm to do anything.
If we keep having these random explosions, Doctor, I'm afraid your sickbay is going to be overflowing.
I thought you were a helmsman, not the bearer of bad tidings.
I do many things well, Doctor. If we keep having these... I do many...
Jim, I'm waiting for that medical scan.
What?
We're trying.
Hello, Doctor. Nice weather, isn't it?
You're a navigator, not a conversationalist, Ensign.
Yes, I am. And an unappreciated navigator at that.
Don't worry, Doctor. I'm all right. You don't need to treat me.
Then why are you here?
I'm just with the captain. I'm feeling great. You don't have to...
That's fine, Lieutenant.
Oh, you're super suspect. Okay. Let's check you out.
Young human male in excellent physical condition. I see no need for them.
Captain, I don't see any alien.
If we move, McCoy comes with us or not? Oh, I should have checked him. No, let's go back. Maybe I can talk to him with the communication. Nope. Is this random?
Not again.
Maybe this is like a time thing.
Jim, we've got to get out of here.
We need to get Spock back.
I should have known the Spock would be good for something someday. Now the day has come and he isn't here.
Medical instruments line the wall of sickbay. Assorted medicines are stacked on shelves behind an enclosure. Assorted medicines.
Leave my equipment alone. If things don't improve, I'll be needing it. Leave my equipment alone.
This device monitors a patient's condition. This bed is current.
Jim, I'm waiting for the...
We're trying.
This equipment allows Dr. McCoy to quickly synthesize chemicals and a shelf designed.
Captain, there are no problems.
Kirk to Scott. Come in, Scotty. Kirk to Uhura. Come in. Kirk to sick bay. Bones, where are you? Computer. Kirk to Scott. Come in, Scotty.
Captain, I got bad news for you. This rift is affecting the hull of the ship. Our hull integrity is dropping fast.
How bad is it, Scotty?
It's at 92% and dropping rapidly. According to our system specs, if it drops below 63...
Put as much powers as you can to the shields. Use them to support our hull integrity. Divert as much power as you can to the sensors. Let's find out what's causing this. Evacuate all people from the outer decks. Divert power from life support on those decks evenly to shields and sensors. Put as much power... Evacuate all people from the outer decks. Divert power from life support on those decks evenly to shields and sensors.
Captain, that'll only add about 2% to the shield.
Do it, Mr. Scott.
Aye, Captain. Squad out.
Okay, maybe that was stupid. Let's go back.
Kirk to Scott. Come in. Kirk to Uhura. Come in. Kirk to Scott.
Captain, the hull degradation is continuing. It's currently below 92%, but at...
An hour, okay.
Kirk to Scott. Kirk to Uhura.
Captain, I've moved operations to Galileo 2 shuttlecraft. I've sent a message to Starfleet Command, and I've rerouted internal communications to run from here.
Lieutenant Uhura, what happens if the shuttle bay is hit by an explosion? That's one of the most vulnerable areas on the ship.
That's a risk I'm prepared to take, Mr. Sulu. I've activated the shuttle's shields for protection.
Good. Be prepared to evacuate the shuttle on my signal. Kirk out. Kirk to Scott. Kirk to sick bay. Bo.
Jim, I'm waiting for that.
We're trying.
Trying my best.
I've never had a doctor with Dr. McCoy's bedside manner before.
There are times when he's very good at motivating you to get as far away from him as possible.
Kirk to Scott. Come in. Kirk to computer.
Well, now we know the name of the alien. We're not supposed to know it. I don't even remember what he said, but I can't know it easily. What could I ask?
What is this shit?
Hey, Abstractism, good evening. I don't know what to ask the computer. I'm sure it's gonna come out. There you go. Can we go here? Okay.
Captain, where would you like to be transported?
Send us to sick bay, Mr. Kyle. Send us to engineering, Mr. Kyle. Send us to auxiliary control, Mr. Kyle.
That's what we want.
We'll transport later, Mr. Kyle. Send us to sick bay. We'll transport later.
No. I can't save. Okay. That's going good.
Captain, where would...
Send us to sick bay, Mr. Kyle. Send us to auxiliary control.
Yes, sir.
What's the problem? Yeah. Okay.
Energize.
Is he nervous? Okay, don't touch the thing.
Captain, I'm getting a sensor reading on the alien. I'm sure Dr. McCoy will find this data interesting.
Whoa! Boing! Boing! Oh yeah, that's a good sound, right? That'll age well. Let's go back to Signal. It's a lane boing. Well, it's used multiple times in Star Trek. Boing! We're done with Trelane. This is a new mission. This is 2 missions after Trelane. This is mission 5, I think.
Dr. McCoy, who never understood.
Use this. Give it to you. No, I don't know. Talk to
young
you.
Human male and...
Just talk to me.
You get no response.
Here's the sensor scan.
Jim, this says our invaders are Vorians.
Vurians? But they're extinct. They died out at the time that Cochrane invented the warp drive. They were slaughtered in the Three Systems War.
Wait, we're writing this down.
Jim, I know my history, but I also know my anatomy. The alien in auxiliary control is a Vorian. There's only one strange thing.
What's that?
This creature isn't capable of doing some of the things that you described. It's an ordinary Vaurian. No special organs, no unusual brain patterns, nothing that traditionally suggests superhuman feats.
Can you neutralize it, Bones?
Actually, it's a female. And yes, I know of something that can incapacitate it without harming it. A gas mixture. You'll have to pump large quantities into auxiliary control for it to be effective, but it should work almost immediately. Here's the gas, Jim. Be careful with it. There hasn't been a Vaurian in 150 years.
Save new game. Replace previous game.
Well, Jim, when are you go?
The what?
The rabbit you're always pulling out of your hat whenever things get really grim.
I'm afraid I may have used my last rabbit, Bones.
Sure.
Captain, there has been an explosion near the shuttle bay. I'm fine. There has been no significant damage.
Any luck communicating with Starfleet Command?
I have made contact with the light cruiser USS Jefferson, sir. It will reach the edge of Antares Rift in 16 hours. The rift is playing havoc with communications.
Thank you, Lieutenant Kirk.
The force field generator containment controls, used to prevent intruders from getting to engineering. They are not functioning. This panel gives emergency access to engineering for authorized personnel. Since access to engineering has not been shut down, the interior temperature is currently 24.1 degrees. Atmosphere is at 93.8%. This board is a summary of the ship's engineering status, so that Mr. Scott and the other engineers will have necessary information before they enter engineering. The hull integrity status looks dangerously low. This board is a
I don't like the looks of this hull
Hikaru Sulu, full of faith and determination. Pavel Chekhov, doing his best to be optimistic in a difficult situation. Angus Walker, going where no security.
Captain, do you think we'll get out of... That doesn't give me much confidence. Really, Captain, do you think we'll get out of this alive?
Are you trying to suggest we won't? Will I have to put you on report for threatening morale?
Thank you, sir.
Captain, if we get out of this alive, can we have shore leave?
Well, you hear what Mr. Scott said about us needing to go to a star...
Actually, Captain, I had something a bit larger in mind.
Chekhov lives for shore leave.
I do not. Well, maybe a little bit.
There's an awful lot of corridors on the Enterprise.
This seems This is the doorway to...
Just enter it. I can't enter it. No? Okay, I thought it was shut down.
Mr. Scott is wondering how Kirk's adventures are going to affect his poor engines.
Captain, is it too late to put in a request for an early retirement?
Scotty, if we hit any more of these random detonations, it'll be mandatory retirement for all of us.
Actually, Captain, I was hoping for a better pension. Captain.
Scotty, if we...
Actually...
Life support control systems. This monitors and deflector control grid. This system prevents the Enterprise from being pulverized at near light speed by micrometeorite. Impulse engine fuel control systems. This system Impulse engine. The impulse engines of the USS Enterprise. Looking at them reminds you of several times they threatened to break down. Now the engines are running fine. It's the other sections of the Enterprise that are breaking down. This device stores special chemicals that are pumped into the ship's atmosphere when needed, and is operated by the life support system.
There you go.
Save new game.
gas.
I wish Dr. McCoy had given me the specs on that gas injection system. It looks like a rather clumsy fit.
I'll do it, Scotty.
You'd think that Dr. McCoy would have some respect for engineering.
So, is it done? I guess it is. Let's talk to you.
Captain!
Scotty, if...
Actually,
Captain.
Of course I do. I just need to find out what it is.
Oh, that's what... Captain.
Of course I do.
Oh, Captain.
Okay,
of course I do.
Oh, Captain.
Of course I do.
Oh, that's...
You know, it just wouldn't be the Enterprise without a crisis.
Sometimes I wish space were a little more predictable than it is.
Mr. Scott looks a bit more frazzled than usual, Captain.
Well, what do you expect, man? I'm not a miracle worker. There's only so much a person can do.
Okay, maybe I need to use
Captain,
this.
we won't last 15 seconds in this dust storm without our deflector grid.
Don't touch it.
Captain,
I thought this was
Artificial gravity control. Deflector control. Life support.
Yeah, okay, I need to activate this, I guess. Yes.
Let's see how our alien friend likes Dr. McCoy's medicine.
Probably as much as we do, Hikaru.
Mr. Kyle, can you transport me to auxiliary control?
Aye, sir. But I have to remind you how dangerous intership transporting can be.
With Kyle
We've really been pushing our luck today.
I'm aware of that, Mr. Kyle, but we have to take the risk.
Okay, again.
Something's happening.
Oh. Poing!
Save new game. Replace pre.
A warp impulse energy efficiency diagram. The diagram shows that the warp engines are not currently active.
I want like aliens to appear next to me with that sound, boing, and I would be like, well, I'll be damned. That is the sound of the future.
The auxiliary control ventilator. A warp impulse energy efficiency diagram.
Actually active.
Captain, the diagram cannot be adjusted except by changing the use of the warp and impulse engines.
Okay. Let's talk to everybody.
I recommend we use the auxiliary control sensor to see where the alien went.
Okay.
I was hoping the alien would have been more communicative. Why hijack a ship that's already about to be destroyed, then kidnap a single individual, and then say nothing about why you are aboard?
It certainly seemed to have the power to destroy us. Why didn't it just kill us?
I don't know, gentlemen, but we'll find the answer soon, I promise.
You know, this mission has killed any ambitions I might have had about commanding a starship.
Really? Just like that? Wow. Fuck you.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's odd. All systems look normal. The aliens haven't touched navigation. What's going on?
Nothing to report, Captain. This station is functioning normally.
Captain, everything looks fine. Our course and speed are unchanged. Our weapons are online should we need them. Everything seems to be working. Library computer, external sensor.
Mr. Chekhov, see if you can find where the Vurian went. Maybe that will lead us to Spock.
Captain, I am detecting the Vurian. She seems to have vanished through a rift in space. I have the coordinates of her last known location.
Stations. Like, this is different. This is the Elm. This is navigation.
This station is identical to the bridge's
science.
Chekhov is very...
I was hoping the alien would have been more communicative.
It certainly
I don't know, gentlemen.
Captain, everything looks fine.
What did you
Everything seems to be...
Captain, we have the coordinates to find the Vurian. Why are we wasting time here?
We have the coordinates? Really?
These readings look normal.
Captain, the diagram cannot...
The dilithium crystal lattice monitor. Dilithium crystals are at 89% efficiency. This is below the optimum range, but still acceptable. This station is identical to the bridge's engineering control, allowing access to damaged control systems and emergency power and in...
She's there. Huh? Can't get rid of you, right?
This station is identical to the bridge's engineering control,
if I
allowing
do
access
this, like
to
if I'm
damaged
shaking,
control
I'm not
systems and
masturbating.
emergency power and internal sensors.
Like if I'm doing this, I'm not masturbating. Okay, just so you know. Huh? Because I've looked at some of my video, I was doing this, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? And then, oh yeah, show them.
Walker wonders how they're going to remove the aliens this time. A warp imp...
Use, or get out of here, I don't know. Supposedly I know where they are. Where she is.
This screen shows...
So we can't even go here. We've been to all the places we can go. Let's go
The
back
bridge
to
is damaged. The bridge is damaged.
I think they told us, but I wasn't paying attention. That's from Idiocy? Wow.
Well, Jim.
The what?
The
rabbit.
I'm afraid I may...
The wait, what? Let's use this thing here.
Kirk to Scott. Come in, Scotty.
Captain, the hull degradation.
Kirk to Scott. Kirk to Uhura.
Captain, the rift is providing subspace and...
If Mr. Spock were here, he'd probably find it fascinating. Keep trying to... Kirk to Scott. Kirk to Uhura. Kirk to sickbay. Bones...
Jim, don't waste your time talking with me.
That's what we're doing, Bob.
Jim, as much as I like your company, may I suggest there are other things you should be doing? If there's a
Kirk to computer.
Okay, that's the computer button. Okay, I'll just reload. Well,
Save new game. Save new game. Replace previous game. Delete. Save new game.
Oops. I think cam 2, which is in front of it. There was gas. What was this?
Laddie. Laddie. Do you know?
I guess I just did that.
The Cossacks have locked.
But no, we asked Kyle to transport. Still have the gas here. Okay, what about? Okay. Use you on this.
Captain, everything looks...
Use you on this.
Everything seems to be working. Library computer...
Mr. Chekhov, see if you can...
Okay, there you go.
Captain, I am detecting the Vorian. She seems to have vanished through a rift in space.
I have the coordinates. But that's it. Okay, that's all he says. I have the coordinates. Maybe go to transporter? Well, let's...
Mr. Kyle, you have the
Captain, you're asking me to transport you into another dimension. I may not be able to lock onto you there.
I'm aware of the risk, Mr. Kyle. You have your...
Aye, sir.
Okay, but no, I would have liked to, yeah, I'll just read all this again.
Energize.
I'll check the computer about these two races. Oh
Captain's
shit.
personal log.
This doesn't...
There's the... He's got...
I'll just read all. Oops, yeah. Let's go
Kirk
back
to Scott.
here.
Come in, Scott. Computer.
Computer. Let's ask about the Vurians.
Vurians, a race native to Vega 3 with minor psionic talents. They were exterminated by the Antoshi in the Three Systems War.
Okay, Vega and Toshi. Let's go with Vega and Toshi. Was that it? Yes. That's what I have. V-U-I-A-U-S, right? Ah, fuck it. I just typed it. That's what I fucking wrote.
Zephram Cochrane, inventor of the warp drive, born on a settlement orbiting Alpha Centauri. Cochrane left Alpha Centauri at the age of 87 to die, and is presumed to have died in space.
Why? Was that the same Cochrane they're talking about? I thought that was a sort of alien. He said Cochrane when he tried to enter the... Yeah, whatever. Let's go to the transporter room.
Mr. Kyle, you have...
Captain,
I'm aware of the...
Aye, sir.
Let's go where no man has gone before.
Energize.
Really going where no man has gone before.
Captain's personal log. I have transported to many strange places in my day, but beaming into an alien dimension is something entirely unique. Only the extreme risk to my ship and my friend Spock would cause me to take such a drastic risk.
This doesn't look like a nice place to visit.
There's the Vurian. I don't see Spock.
He's got to be around here somewhere.
Save new game. Save cancel. Delete previous game. Save can't delete replace previous game. Save cancel. Delete save new game.
Dimension.
Strange boulders jut from the depths of this strange planetscape. A pile of blue stone. This blue gem looks something like a sapphire, but requires some polish and cutting. Although it looks like common dirt, the ground in this strange place feels softer, spongier. Each footstep you take here feels strange. This bright green gemstone looks like green-tinted quartz. This gem-like stone has a dull orange light.
Shit, can I take all these things?
Although it looks like common dirt, the ground... This dull yellow gem...
Don't worry, Mr. Walker, I'll protect you.
Mr. Walker?
Sir? Sulu, Checo. You know, I may never have told you this before, but I care for you all more than I can tell. Sulu, with your dedication, your unwavering sense of responsibility...
Captain, are you talking about me?
Checo, I've always been impressed by your enthusiasm, all those wonderful Russian jokes, your humanity.
Captain?
And you, Mr. Walker, with your rugged determination, I'll bet you had more girlfriends than anyone in the history of the Academy.
Actually, sir, I'm...
What was I just saying?
I don't know.
Let's find Spock and get out.
You aren't scared, are you?
Not at all. The Russians are just an efficient and very sensible people.
Starfleet. What a career move. I really have been where no man has gone before.
I hope the inhabitants of this dimension don't mind visitors. little large, Captain.
This place reminds me of Deneva. I lost my brother there. He was a few years younger than I was, and there were times when he annoyed me.
Captain?
And now he's gone. Gone. I'll never see him again, never tell him... To tell him...
Captain, snap up.
This place must be getting to me.
A blue gemstone. A yellow gemstone. If this was your universe, you'd think...
I wanna live!
I was just reminded about a summer I spent with a friend. That's strange. I just remembered when Captain Garabik died, it was incredibly vivid. That's strange. I just remembered when Captain
Okay, I'll take a break here before going on with these other things. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Stay tuned.
Like a thief in the night. They took her away. To get her back, you'll take them apart. Limb by limb. That's going to hurt. Die by the sword. Coming in spring '98.
Stormy sea, I'll always be close by your side. Let come what may, whatever betide, we'll build a dream house high upon a hill, where we can see the great wide world in all its majesty.
Genesis 2196. One renegade silencer takes on the World Economic Consortium, and they're not making it easy. Crusader, no regret.
We're back.
I'll get them, Captain.
I'll get them.
Wait, we need something to handle them with.
Oh.
Mr. Walker, handling single stones produced intense emotions. A cache of these stones.
Oh, he's gonna die or something.
You're right, sir.
Oh, that would have been nice.
No effect.
I'll get them, Captain.
Wait, we need...
You're right.
Wait.
Why are you reaching for your phaser, Mr. Sulu?
Captain.
Walker, I saw you sneaking up on me.
Sir.
You're all against me. You've gotten rid of Spock, now me. Who's next, Scotty, Uhura? Or are they part of this too?
Captain, snap out of it.
Something is definitely wrong, such intense emotions. G'day! Excuse me, for a second I was experiencing a strange sensation. What are we doing here? Why did we come here?
Captain?
There's no way back. We'll never find Spock. We're trapped here forever, and it's all my fault. I knew the Antares Rift was dangerous. I should never have let the ship go in there.
Captain.
But let's find Spock. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's as though someone else were controlling my actions. I heard that, Mr. Sulu.
I didn't say anything.
You've always been saying things behind my back. You've always said I don't have enough discipline, that I don't respect my crew. You're insubordinate, Mr. Sulu.
Get hold of yourself, Captain.
What on earth was I saying? I'm sorry, Mr. Sulu. That was not...
Captain, I think we better get out of here as soon as possible.
Can I use these things?
I don't know what these stones are doing.
G'day! Stop that or I'll...
Avurian, the alien doesn't appear to be noticing you.
Greetings, Lord Kirk. I am Eminata. I regret the discomfort that I put you through on your ship. I wish only to preserve my joy by serving the Savant.
Are you willing to help me, Eminata? Where is Spock? How did you come to be here? What were you doing on my ship? Are you willing to help me? Where is Spock? Are you willing to help me, Eminata?
Possibly. I am aware of your ship's distress. I can bring it to the attention of the Savant. It may help.
Actually, I was thinking more about freeing... What is the Savant? I would appreciate the Savant being informed. Actually, I was thinking more about freeing...
I do not know how I can help you, Captain. Speak with the Savant, and perhaps things will be clearer. The Savant is now summoned, Lord Kirk. He awaits. Not many footsteps...
Are you willing to help me, Eminat? Where is Spock? How did you come to be here?
I was a lone soldier, fleeing the massacres that followed the Three Systems War. I was heavily outnumbered. In desperation, I attempted to use my son's gravity well to propel my ship into a high warp velocity, so I could escape the pursuit.
I remember reading about that war in my history class at the Academy.
I was warped into the Antares sector. I traveled through a dimensional rift into this place. The Savant sustained me and gave me joy where there was once only despair. I have been here ever since. The Savant awaits. I am unimportant compared to him. Go to him at once.
I will. You are the last of your race. That makes you very... Can you talk about the Savant? Give us a chance to know what to... I will. You are the last of your race.
Physical forms are unimportant. A species is only a similarity of material form, constructed from genetic instructions. Only emotions matter.
Are you willing to help me, Emina? Where is Spock? What were you doing on my ship? Are you willing to help me? Where is... What were you doing? Are you willing to help? What were you doing on my ship?
The Savant empowered me to remove any psionically adept being from your ship, and to prevent you from following him. It was not our intention to do it. The Savant awaits.
I will. You are the last of your race. Can you talk about the Savant?
Nothing I can say will...
Are you willing to help me, Eminata?
Possibly.
Actually, I was thinking more about what is the Savant. I would appreciate this. What is the Savant?
A being found that the physical form impaired his emotions, and so he discarded it as a lord discards his raiment. An entity of great benevolence and joy. Through my psionic talents, we are linked in ecstasy eternal.
Where is this Savant?
Everywhere. When one is an entity, one transcends the limitations of space, time, and dimension. But the Savant prefers to center its thoughts at the fountainhead, which is quite close.
Oh yeah, really funny. Sometimes it's good, but he's just guessing what the emotion should be. Like he picked up all these emotion rocks and he read the lines like, oh no, stop looking at me. Like it was really bad. So where do we go? Here? What was this?
Although it looks like common dirt. Although it looks like common dirt.
I am the Savant. I wish you and all entities nothing but joy.
Who are you? Why do you ensnare others against their will? Release Spock at once and allow us to Who are you?
Once, eons ago, I was akin to you, a creature of flesh and pain. But I released myself from these bonds and became an entity of pure emotion. And I came to this place to find a shelter from the cares of the universe.
The Savant.
Captain, you misunderstand me. It is not my will to bring harm to any creature. I have taken two creatures that are without the most important thing in existence, joy, and given it to them in infinite variety and abundance. The Vurian was filled with despair at the death of her race. She was overwhelmed by sorrow and grief. I have healed her of these afflictions forever. As for the Vulcan, he has been conditioned to deny his emotions. I am bringing him in contact with a part of himself that will enhance his life. It is a gift of love.
You have no right to inflict emotions on any being, regardless of how positive you may think them to be, without their... Get a life. You can't just sit around feeling happy for eternity. What does that accomplish? Love? Spock doesn't want your gift. He doesn't need your gift. Release him and let us return to our ship. You have no right to inflict emotions on any being,
I give them an eternity of joy. Is that not every creature's desire? How can granting a subliminal desire be beyond my rights?
That is the most arrogant piece of presumption an eternity of joy. And I suppose you derive no benefits from the people you hold prisoner. Do you honestly believe that because what you do may benefit them, that the ends justify the means? That is the most an eternity of joy. And I suppose you derive no benefits from the people you hold prisoner.
I share in their joy, and a joy shared is a marvelous thing. I will send you back to your own ship and give you safe passage through the Antares Rift if you wish. Welcome. Have you come to ask for transport?
Not without Spock. Savant, isn't there anything I can do to make you see Release Spock or we will be Not without Spock. Savant, isn't there anything I can do to make you... Not without Spock.
Captain, why do you begrudge your comrade's newfound happiness?
Because it was not his doing, nor his choice. Because he's being used by you and held against his will. He has duties and obligations, and you're keeping him from them. Because it was not his doing, nor his choice.
There are many things in nature that are not desired, but bring good fortune. Be content with your comrade's serendipity, and ask for your safe return to your vessel. Welcome.
Not without Spock. Savant, isn't there any...
Captain, I do see reason. My intellect is many orders of magnitude beyond yours. You should trust my judgment.
I trust Spock's judgment, and you're imprisoning his free will. Savant, creatures like ourselves need to be free to make mistakes and to learn from them. Only then can our intellects advance the many orders of magnitude that are needed to equal yours. Really? I see you have great power and great splendor, but I don't see great wisdom.
That's good.
I trust Savant, creatures like ourselves need to be free.
But I can elevate him to my level without any suffering. He need not experience the hardships that my race experienced. Is this not an extreme act of mercy? Welcome. Have you come to...
Not without Spock. Release Spock, or we... Not without Spock.
Captain.
Because it was not his doing. Because he's being used by you and held against his will.
I give far more than I receive, Captain.
A pouch from the Vurian life support capsule. Strange boulders jut from the depth. The remains of a Vurian... Strange boulder. The remains of a Vurian...
Spock, what have they done to you?
Fascinating. Emotional intensity of a previously unknown level. Our link with the Savant acts as an amplifier. The more minds in union with him, the greater the level of emotion. And happiness is a powerful emotion.
Spock, you want this?
Happiness is a human desire, Captain. I am a Vulcan. I want to be free of emotions. This is the antithesis of my desires.
Spock.
Mr. Spock.
I don't know why you could play that. Because I technically should be happy, but unhappy at the same time. Like forced to be happy, but not wanting to be happy.
Mr. Spock.
I don't know how you play that.
Mr. Spock.
Talk again.
I shall try to tell you what I know. The emotions make it difficult to communicate. The creature that has done this is called the Savant. A being of great power that has transformed itself into a creature of living emotion. It can form a link with any creature with psionic abilities, including Vulcans. It taps into latent emotions and amplifies them, using them to increase its emotional stability.
What happens if it gets cut off from you on the Vurian?
It would be alone, but could cope. We enhance its enjoyment, but we are not essential to its survival. We're like a backup system. It relies on us for emotional support, but it could exist without us. Captain, I recommend you negotiate with Savant to escape this place. I am expendable.
Expendable? Spock, I see that these emotions have given you a sense of humor. If we can find a weakness, we might be able to take you with us. What can you tell us? Spock, can you negotiate with the Savant on our behalf? Spock, we found some very strange stones. What are they? Expendable? If we can find a weakness. Spock, can you negotiate with the Savant? If we can find a weakness.
Its reliance on emotion is its main weakness. It is a creature of intense needs. And despite having millions of years of joy, it still retains a subconscious fear of losing its joy, of experiencing negative emotions. Captain.
Expendable? If we can... Spock, can you negotiate? Spock, we found...
This entire pocket dimension is organic and psionic in order to maintain the savant's life force. Negative emotions that are suppressed might be absorbed in mineral-like pockets beneath the surface of this dimension. Captain.
Expendable. Spock, can you negotiate?
It refuses to deal with issues of logic and free will. It is not a violent creature, but is extremely fixated on its goals and believes what it does is morally justified.
The wreckage of an alien derelict, the Vurian's life support pod. There are 100 archaeologists who would love to be standing with you right now. These large, bright rocks seem to have been thrown to the surface of this planetscape from below. They're...
They're a little big, Captain.
I'll get them, Captain.
I'll get them. Why? I was closer. Something's gonna happen.
I've put them in the pouch we found. Oh, am I getting an odd feeling from these stones?
Give it to me.
I don't think I'll... I don't think I'll...
Which one was it?
I said give me the brandy!
A pouch. It...
It's just a pouch.
Is it?
That's interesting.
You have met the Savant. Now you realize the true power of this place.
Are you willing to help me, Eminata?
Through the Savant, I know your desires. Why should I help release the poor Vulcan into a life of misery?
Because I need him to save the lives of over 400 people on the ship. Because Spock does not want artificial joy. He does not want this life. Because I need him to save the life. Because Spock does not...
Very well, Captain. I will help you. You have met the Savant.
You agreed to...
You have already met the Savant, and he remains unmoved. I am taking the emotions in your mind and broadcasting them to him. Your concern for your ship, your love for your comrade. He regrets your feelings, but his purpose is unchanged. You have met the Savant.
Are you certain you...
I can try. I am attempting to again He rejects your emotions. He says that these primitive experiences should be ignored.
Can we use one of these things? Let's see.
Save new game. Replace previous game.
That is an odd sensation, Lord Kirk, but it is dwarfed by the bliss that the Savant gives me.
Really?
You have met the Savant.
Are you certain you...
I can try. He rejects...
Okay, so let's use this. Let's try another one, just for fun.
That is an odd
Not even like the red one.
That is an odd
I
sensation.
can't remember the blue. What was the blue one? Let's use Kirk on...
That's strange. I just remember when Captain Garrovick died, it was incredibly vivid.
No. Grief. Pain. Gentle lords, why have you inflicted this upon me? I thought I was free of grief forever.
I'm sorry. We need to attract the attention of the Savant. I'm sorry. I wasn't sure of what would happen. I'll stop. I'm sorry. We need to...
It was not necessary. He awaits you at the fountainhead. Leave me in peace.
No, I guess that wasn't a good idea. Okay. Well, let's see. Is this the end of the chapter?
Welcome.
Not without Spock. Savant, isn't there anything I can... Release Spock, or we will be... Savant, is...
Captain, I do see reason.
I trust Spock's judgment, and you're Savant, creatures like ourselves need to be free to make mistakes, and... Really? I see you have great power and great splendor.
I have taken sorrow and turned it into bliss. I have taken that which denied feelings and have shown him his true nature. Is that not wisdom?
Oh, that's what I should have done.
You disturb my rest. Fortunately, what is this?
What's the matter, Savant? Not feeling those good vibrations? Life isn't all happiness and joy. It's time you experienced a reality. Is that sadness you're feeling, Savant? It couldn't be that those inferior humans have outwitted your great wisdom. What's the matter, Savant? Not feeling those...
Please.
If you will listen to reason, I will release you.
We're literally torturing you.
Free Spock and return us to our... You really are a crybaby. Go ahead and ball your head. If you will listen to reason, I will...
I do not wish to...
Taking Spock against his will is an act of violence too, Savant. No entity, no matter how wise, can impose eternity on another creature. Even the most authoritarian gods of myth never strip their subjects of their free will.
I remain unconvinced, Captain. But I am too aggrieved to argue. You and your scientist will be returned to your craft. Live long and prosper, James Kirk. Live well in your universe. And I shall try to live well in mine.
I don't think even this is the right way to do it.
Captain's log, we are out of the Ontario.
So, that has to be the most...
As
we'll see this later.
A
I just want to see what's on.
Message from Starfleet.
On screen.
I reviewed your report. The top brass at Starfleet are impressed with the results of your recent performance. Outstanding.
Interesting.
How long until...
About 20...
So I won't torture this guy. We'll try the things on. This doesn't work. No, we tried the blue. I should try all the other ones.
That is an odd sensation. That is an odd sensation. That is an odd sensation. That is an odd... You have met the savant.
Are you certain?
I can try. He rejects your emotions. You have met the savant.
Are you certain?
I can try. He rejects your emotions.
Emotions are primitive.
Welcome.
Not without Spock. Savant, isn't there... Release Spock, or we will be forced to destroy... Savant, isn't...
Captain, I do...
I trust Spock's judgment, and you're imprisoning him. Savant, creatures like ourselves need to be... Really? I see you have great... I trust Spock. Savant, really? I trust Spock.
Free will is an arrogant deception, Captain. When one looks at the universe in a broad perspective, one finds that fate is far less flexible than it may appear.
Oh, so I don't know exactly what's the
Save
best way
new
to
game.
do this.
Replace previous game. Delete Save new game.
Rocks.
You disturb my rest.
Oh, maybe I should have...
Fortunately, I am not alone. What is this? What?
What's the matter, Savant? Not feeling those good
I feel
vibrations?
I could have maybe used Spock instead of the alien. Because the alien was in that bliss thing, but not Spock. Okay, it's gonna be a while till I'll be able to we'll reload here.
Load a previously saved game.
Yeah, rocks. First I need to do this. Let's go see Spark.
Interesting. The savant's emotional emanation overpowers this stone's effect. Captain.
Expendable? Spock, if we can find a weakness, we might be able to take you with us. What can you tell us, Spock?
Its reliance on...
So maybe we can use the ton of rocks on...
Interesting.
Let's use the ton of rocks.
Captain, I strongly recommend...
No?
Captain.
Oh well. Okay then, fuck it. I also feel that maybe I can find the right way to reason with him. This hint is giving... It's given by the way he says...
my rest. What is this?
What's the matter, Savant? Life isn't all happiness. Is that sadness you're feeling, Savant? Life isn't all happiness and joy. It's time you experienced a reality.
No. I have spent millions of years trying to escape the anguish. Misery is the destroyer of worthy souls, Captain. And you are destroying me.
I'm not destroying you. Your own unwillingness to respect others is to free Spock and return us to our ship. I didn't want to do this, but if I have to destroy you to free my friend, I'm not destroying you. Your own unwillingness to respect...
Am I really such a monster that I deserve such pain?
We're saying something different here.
You have lost respect for others, Savant. Everyone may have different goals, different ideals than you, and you have the right to pursue them. You need to respect their free will,
because
even
I
if
said
it makes them
reality
miserable.
check instead of Joy. You don't have those good vibrations. So instead of making fun of him with a good vibration, I made fun of him with the reality check, and now it's like, now yeah, it really has a reality check. I just needed to say him that reality check, fucker.
You do not understand me, Captain, but I am in no mood to argue. You and your scientists
when it says
may
I'm
be
no mood
free.
to argue, I feel that there's a way
Enjoy
that
your
you could
universe,
argue with
Captain
him.
Kirk.
Last time he said live long and prosper. Interesting.
Captain's log. We are out of the Antares Rift and are on our way to Starbase 8, where the Enterprise has extensive repairs scheduled. All crew members, including First Officer Spock, are safely aboard.
So, Spock, you mean
This
you
was
had
a
an eternity
really
of
good
pure enjoyment
mission,
and
maybe
gave
the
it up?
best of this game.
Affirmative, Doctor.
That has to be the most illogical thing I've ever heard. Humans spend their entire lifetime dreaming of an eternity of pleasure.
As do animals in the field. Perhaps humans are meant to be better than that. Perhaps we should dream of greatness and not simple gratification.
Greatness is a term subject to individual interpretation, Captain. The savant viewed the pursuit of greatness as useless because all great deeds and accomplishments are destined to be forgotten in cosmic terms.
A cosmic being thinks in cosmic terms, Spock. But somehow that philosophy overlooks a lot of life's little pleasures. There's just one thing that bothers me about the whole thing.
Really, Doctor?
Spock finally got to enjoy himself, and I wasn't there to see it. Now that's something worth remembering.
He wasn't enjoying himself. The acting was pretty meh.
Message from Starfleet Command.
Respectful to Lord Nimoy.
On screen.
I reviewed your report. The top brass at Starfleet are impressed with the results of your recent performance. Outstanding work, Jim.
Museum piece.
How long until we reach Nova Atar, Ensign?
About 23 hours, Captain.
22 hours, 53 minutes, and 17 seconds to be precise.
Spock, there's no need to be precise. We're going on shore leave. Rest, relaxation, no calls from Starfleet.
Shore leave.
Captain, we have a message coming in from Admiral Richards at Starfleet.
Oops, she doesn't seem happy.
On screen, Lieutenant.
Hello, Jim. I know you're going on shore leave, but
What is it, Chris?
since you're going there anyway, and it's only a small favor,
Favor?
I don't want to inconvenience you, but
Fine, you have it. What would you like me to do?
we recently discovered that one of the exhibits in the Smithsonian Annex at Nova Atar is of great historical significance to the Serenzi, an influential family from planet Lakian. The museum is going to have a small ceremony to return the item. The Federation planned to send a representative, but, well, she couldn't make it. Since you'll be in the neighborhood, well, no dress uniforms. All you have to do is smile and shake hands.
Smile, shake hands. It would be my pleasure, Admiral. My chief engineer had already promised to show me around. We'll...
Thanks, Jim. I owe you one. Check your data files for details. Oh, one more thing, Jim. Due to the security concerns, you won't be allowed to bring any electronic equipment with you. Richards out.
Interesting.
Now, I was saying...
Captain, do we really have to stand around and listen to speeches from a bunch of politicians?
Yes.
It won't be all bad, Scotty. The curator's a major cognac producer, and he asked us to show up early to thank us for our support.
Captain, it'd be rude to keep a man like the curator waiting, what with an important diplomatic function to prepare for.
Okay. Let's save again.
Save new replay.
Computer.
Smithsonian Annex. Location, Nova Atar. A large museum annex with exhibits ranging from some of the earliest technology in the galaxy to the most recent declassified recoveries of salvaged Klingon wreckage. The museum administration bans equipment from being brought into the museum. A force field also protects the museum from an intruding transporter beam.
Okay. Then we have
Nova Atar, a Federation system whose third planet, Nova Atar 3, is the home of the Smithsonian Annex for this sector of the galaxy. Nova Atar is renowned for its rich collection of artifacts. Serenzi, a large influential extended family among several controlling Lakian. Cross-reference entry? Lakian. Governed by large extended families, the inhabitants of this world escaped a dying planet several generations ago to relocate to Lakian. After a troubled period of re-establishment of their culture and industrial base, the Lakians recently petitioned for admittance into the Federation.
Yeah, that's it.
All sensors.
No word from Nova Atar.
Could be here.
We've arrived at Nova Atar, Captain.
Bring us into standard orbit, Mr. Sulu.
Aye, Captain.
We are at no...
Curator Brezhnev bids you to beam down.
Save. Replace.
Mr. Scott, Mr. Chekhov, come with me. Mr. Spock, you have the con.
Oh, Scott and Chekhov.
Captain Kirk, good to meet you. I am Boris Brezhnev, curator of the museum. Everyone is buzzing about visitors from the Enterprise. A real feather in my cap.
The pleasure is ours, sir. This is my chief engineer, Mr. Scott, and Ensign Chekhov, our navigator.
Most pleased to meet you both. Chekhov, a fine name. I'm certain you will be interested in sampling the Kazakhstanian cognac, distilled and blended by my family. In fact, I will later show you my most prized possession, a bottle of our finest vintage, aged 40 years from our very first pressing.
But isn't cognac French?
Originally, Mr. Scott. But before my ancestors came to settle this planet, they went to Cognac and purchased cuttings, brought them here, and made enhancements. You could say we reinvented Cognac. I do not wish to be rude, but you gentlemen are a bit early, and I must see to making certain the cleaning crews are finished working. Please, feel free to look about a bit. I will page you later, and maybe you will join me in a small toast before the ceremonies? Yes?
It would be our pleasure, curator.
I told you we invented it.
Maybe we were a little hard on you, laddie.
Never doubted you for a second, Mr. Chekhov. Now let's take advantage of this time and look around.
Okay.
Save new game.
Look around. You can't have TOS trick without Russian invention. Yeah, he says that, right? We invented that. We did that.
The walls of this hexagonal exhibition room appear quite sturdy. Although some exhibits are old, all are well maintained. The plaque reads, an old ground-based phaser cannon model B-17, the real equalizer, rescued from a Federation scrapyard, probably based on the frontier near Nelapur. This phaser cannon no longer possesses any of its focusing or targeting equipment. The large capacitors in the base allowed a variety of power sources to be used to energize the cannon and gave the real equalizer considerable flexibility in use.
Wow. What's the name of that phaser? The real equalizer. Okay, that's a good name.
The Klingon console looks operational, but without a ship attached, it's hard to tell. Written on the plaque, this is a control console from a Klingon warbird, the Klarg, which was salvaged from the battle wreckage near Crimmins 8.
Think you could make that work, Mr. Scott?
Of course, Captain. But it's not like I'll ever have to.
Do it.
This looks interesting.
I realize the temptation is there, but I don't think the museum wants you rewiring exhibits, Mr. Scott.
Maybe later. Let's look at these dudes.
Chekhov is pleased to finally be with someone from his ancestral culture. Scotty thinks this is the best shore leave he's ever had. Lights cascade continually above the surface of this device. Plaques on each side read, the Vandecourt Aurora generator was donated to this museum by Sir William Loudon. Originally, a university experiment designed to test broadcast power as both a containment system and photostimulation for possible use in a propulsion system, the unit was presented as a gift to Loudon, who liked the way it looked and had recently donated a significant sum to the university. The plaque reads, the Niven, non-integrated Vulcan electronumerator, was one of the earliest versions of a Vulcan computer. Some of the components were found to only function correctly at high temperatures. Since the focus in those early days was on computational effectiveness and not user-friendliness, the operator could not stand near the Niven during its operation. Input to the machine was cabled in from a separate device, hence it was a non-integrated computer. The plaque reads, "The Niven." A heavy set of double doors. When open, good for moving large items through. When closed, good for stopping large items from moving through.
Okay. Okay, I think we looked at everything.
The walls of this
Talk to you. I think something fell in her ear or something. If something falls in the ear of a cat, it just goes crazy like and eventually he goes there.
Maybe they'll display a piece of the Enterprise here someday.
Maybe they will, Mr. Chekhov.
They'd better not. Taking a piece out of that grand lady would be like cutting the head from the statue of the Antares maiden and putting that on display.
Yeah, she was like really like doing the poof and like licking her paw and trying to scratch her ear essentially. That's how a cat scratches his ear.
Interesting analogy, Mr. Scott. But you have to admit that someday even the Enterprise will be put into dry dock.
He will not.
I think we'll agree with Mr. Scott on this one, don't you think, Mr. Chekhov?
Hey, Ericina! Hey, Baze, good evening! Hello everyone, how's it going? Draconic Dude!
Yes, Captain.
Hello, hello!
This is a fine place, Captain. We'll have to come...
Maybe they'll display a piece of the Enterprise here someday, Captain.
Maybe they will, Mr. Chekhov.
They'd better not. Taking a piece out of that grand lady would be like cutting the head from the statue of the Antares.
Interesting analogy, Mr. Scott. But you have to admit that someday even the
He will not.
I think we'll agree with Mr. Scott.
Yes, Captain.
Oh, we don't have any items on us. Interesting.
Maybe we should install one of these in the Enterprise. What do you think, Mr. Scott?
I think not, Cap.
Just a thought, Mr. Scott. I've never seen one of these up close before.
Hey, good evening, Ambrosine, Draconic Dude, and Exina, and everybody else.
A beauty, isn't it, Captain?
I'll take your word for it, Mr. Scott.
Agency of Beauty. Yeah, let's go here again. Something's gonna happen.
The plaque on the old machine reads, "An early experimental transporter. The Murnane 8 was from a time before transporters were safe for travel by living beings. Constructed to be a frequently modified testbed, the Murnane 8 had only a small loading bay. The destination controls were also still in testing, making the use of this transporter as much art as science." The plaque on the old machine...
Captain Kirk and party, please report to the curator's office, please. Captain Kirk and party, please report to the curator's office.
No, we want to explore still. No,
I
hey!
hope you enjoyed your tour, gentlemen. Please join me. Would you mind if the first toast with the Kazakhstanian was to the Enterprise?
Curator, why isn't that Brezhnev cognac?
For heaven's sakes, Chekhov, don't interrupt a man on the verge of toasting the best ship in the fleet with the finest cognac on this side of the galaxy.
My apologies.
Questions later, then. The toast. Here's to the Starship Enterprise.
Why does it say alert here?
What could this be?
A conspiracy, if you ask me, Captain.
Let me pull this up on screen.
Okay.
They've destroyed my camera. Well, let's see how they deal with our other security systems.
Whoa! Huh. Fascinating.
Save new game. Save, replay, delete previous. Save new game.
I'm not sure, but I think we better
Ignoring the slight ozone odor,
I'm sure.
the curator looks peacefully asleep. An old suit of armor, but with a strong framework added inside to avoid any accidents. It's holding a large metal lance in its right gauntlet.
Okay.
An old suit of armor.
Can I get that?
The large lance shows somewhere.
Okay. We just got a lance?
A rather worn lance.
Awesome.
Ignoring the slight ozone odor, the curator looked. No effect. You get no response.
Ozone layer.
Ignoring the slight odor. A
Ozone
monitoring
odor.
and control station.
Maybe I shouldn't do that.
Simple trap, simple to disarm. Whoever did this must have figured the curator would not be expecting it.
Okay. Can I use the thing?
I wonder if we can get any other information out of the security system.
Well, no, don't do it, please. I'm gonna have to use one of these guys.
I wonder if we can get any...
Check out.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Take your time.
I've gone over the system, Captain, and it's a mess. All the security modules are cut off from each other. When the curator touched the panel, it set off triggers all over the museum. Somebody had a lot of access to things.
And we don't know who they are, what they want, or how long we have to stop them.
A monitoring and control station for museum security. The curator's office is an interest. This glass birdhouse is the nesting place of a Brechnerrian swallow. This seems pointless. This seems An enormous bottle of cognac. The plaque below reads, "This Jeroboam of Kazakhstanian cognac is from the first blending and 40-year aging on Nova Atar."
Give me the cognac.
I feel rather bad about this, Captain.
I do too, Scotty, but it's always surprising what you need in an emergency.
Exactly. You never know when you'll need the finest cognac in
A
the
small,
universe.
tantalizing goblet of cognac, waiting for the warm touch of Mr. Scott's hand to gently release its vapors.
Wait, what? Repeat that.
A small, tantalizing goblet of cognac, waiting for the warm touch of Mr. Scott's hand to gently release its vapors.
Oh my god.
The curator's desk. Neat. Organized.
Man, I wanted to be there when she read all those lines.
A monitoring and control.
Is it the same
A
thing as
monitoring and... This is the screen where...
this? Can I use you in this? Oh. All the crews.
Captain, I found the floor plans for that room in here. The room used to house a small aquarium. Whoever's in there probably slid the phasers up a drain under an access panel. That's why the security system did not take notice.
Oh, okay.
At least it's too small for them to crawl out.
Aye, but it's close to a main drain which is big enough. With the phasers they've got, I'd say they could tunnel out in about 2 hours.
Won't the Enterprise detect the phaser fire?
Not with that force field sitting above the museum.
And we can't shut that off since the security system modules aren't on speaking terms.
Aye, Captain. They've thought of everything.
We'll see, Mr. Scott.
This seems pointless.
What's this?
The note on the paper reads, Bresnia, VVSOP 2123.
A piece of paper.
I wonder what this is.
This looks a little more important than the cognac.
The note on the paper, this glass birdhouse. The curator's office. The curator's...
This is cognac, this is cognac, this is cognac. Actually, this is cognac.
Finely crafted silver.
Let's get this. Wow, I didn't think we would get it.
This is a very expensive silver...
Let's get the cognac.
The decanter is nearly full.
Let's get all of it.
Captain, I don't know what we could possibly use this for.
You don't know. Good
Captain,
joke.
I don't know what we...
I don't know what we could use this for.
An old suit of armor.
It goes here. What is this? So many computers. How many computers do you need in one room?
There's a button under the edge of the desk when the curator wants to open the door.
Okay. I feel this door is locked now. Oh, there you go. I needed to use Connie to open the door. What?
This is a bit beyond.
It's beyond you. It's under you, you mean? Did we do everything here? Guess we did. So I couldn't push the button. Oh no, okay. I do use and then I see the button and then I press again. It just so happened that I talked to him instead. If I do this, what does it do? Oh shit, it's gonna close again. Checkup doesn't close. It's all cognac all the way down. Yeah, exactly. Oh, no, don't go. Oh my god. Stay. Okay, let's go away.
Captain, what will we do when we get to the other room? And the...
We're gonna save.
Save new game. Cancel.
Thanks for
Delete.
reminding me
Can't
to,
save new game. Replace.
To save Chekhov. Okay. What are we gonna
Captain,
do? I don't know.
what will we do when we get... Captain, what will we...
Oh, let's talk to you.
This is not quite the shore leave I expected, Captain.
Maybe it would help to go look in the other rooms.
Well, he doesn't want
Captain, what will we...
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Using this as a shield. Let's use everything on everything.
No, I don't think... No, I don't think that's...
I think I can just do this.
No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's... No, I don't think that... No, I don't think that... No, I don't think that's... No, I don't think that's... No, I don't think that... No, I don't think that's...
And in this game, it seems that this on this and this on this is not the same thing.
No, I don't think that's...
Okay, just in case. Captain, what are we gonna do when we get to the other... I don't know. Do you want a weapon? Here.
Yes, very impressed.
Okay.
I don't understand what you...
I don't know, me too. So we're gonna try this.
I don't understand what you want.
Yes.
Very impressive.
I don't understand what you...
Yes.
No, I don't think that...
I don't understand what you want.
don't
Yes.
understand.
Yes.
Yes. Very impressive.
I don't understand what you want me.
Yes.
I don't understand what you want.
I don't know.
Yes. Very impressive.
Maybe using this on the
No, I
computer?
don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's. No, I don't think that's. No, I don't think that's. No, I don't think that. No, I don't think that's.
Ignoring the slight ozone, the curator's desk, a monitoring and...
I wonder if we can get any other.
I don't know.
Captain, I found the room used to house a small aquarium.
At least it's too small.
Aye, but it's close to a main drain, which is big enough.
Won't the Enterprise detect?
Not with that.
And we can't shut that off since the security system modules aren't.
Aye, Captain.
We'll see, Mr.
Oh, this seems to move, right? No? Looks like it's a guy on a skateboard. Maybe I can push it under the door. It's like, what the fuck does that do anyway? What is that doing there?
I don't think there's anything else.
Let's use this.
Mr. Chekhov, see if you can wedge that knight under the door.
Interesting.
Yes, Captain.
Under the door. Oh, so the door doesn't close quick. For some reason, as soon as you touch the statue,
There, that should hold the door open.
Okay.
Save new game. Replace previous game.
Computer circuits are cognac. This is cognac. Is this cognac, Captain? Captain? No, that's a PSP.
The plaque reads,
Too bad this doesn't steal.
I think I'll leave this machine.
It's working fine. Just doesn't have anything.
Oh no, I used the statue. I didn't want to go there.
Gentlemen, I'll leave this to you.
Well, it's not like anyone's likely to be using this monstrosity soon, so I pulled out the only things we might be able to use. It's not much, only some heat-resistant wiring and a cable.
We might be able to use these, Captain. They store power well and give it up fast.
There's little else we can...
There's nothing left here, Captain.
It's working fine.
Not much I can do with it. Mr. Scott would know more.
This machine is putting out a fair amount of power.
no effect. Lights cascade continually above the surface of this device. Plaques on each side read, "The Vandecourt Aurora generator was donated to this museum by Sir William Loudon."
Broadcast.
Originally, a university experiment designed to test broadcast power as both a containment system and photostimulation for possible use in a propulsion system, the unit was presented as a gift to Loudon, who liked the way it looked and had recently donated a significant sum to the university.
Save new game. Replace.
Oh, that's a door. When I saw the line here, I said maybe this is something.
Security lockdown is in effect.
Access code? Maybe that's the code we got, but...
Incorrect access.
Okay, let me check this out. Is this something?
Normal heat a standard 350.
Interface cable.
An old-style phaser cannon capacitor.
Uncharged.
An old-style phaser cannon.
We have two of those. Uncharged. So can we use them on this?
The capacitor should charge very quickly.
Same thing with this, I guess.
The capacitor should charge.
I'm gonna try all these things on this.
I don't understand.
Just in case.
Captain, what do you want me to...
I don't know.
It conducts electricity fine, but silver's not so hot with magnetism. We'll be lucky to launch it off the end of the table.
Chekhov takes the capacitor off. An old-style phase.
Uncharged, okay.
The capacitor should charge.
Save new game. Replace.
The door code.
The note on the paper reads, Bresnia, VVSOP 2123.
SOP 2123.
Security lockdown?
VVSOP, go with caps, VVSOP 2123.
Security lock deactivated.
That was easy. Okay.
Save new game. Cancel. Replace.
This was a sensor diagram from the Remembrance, an early Terran interstellar craft. Low and sleek, this space vehicle has a Spartan look, written on the plaque. This is the escape pod in which the famous smuggler known as the Black McKiernan was captured. Unable to outrun his pursuers, McKiernan tried to escape in the pod as he blew up his ship, hoping the authorities would think he had perished. The pod had been specially constructed of expensive metalloceramic alloys to withstand such an escape tactic. Unfortunately for McKiernan, the pursuit included a trailing scout ship looking for a backtracking maneuver, and when the smiling smuggler opened the hatch thinking he'd made planetfall, he was treated to the inside view of a Federation cruiser's shuttle bay.
Yeah, she says, as he blew up his ship, hoping the authorities would hope he had perished. But she said, would think he had perished. Like, they couldn't change this after the voice was made? I don't understand. That's just lazy.
Low and sleek. The plaque reads, a failed experiment in Habis robotics. The Green Mark 6 was one of those ideas where the original concept might have been sound, but the follow-ups were too much. Planned as a simple cargo handler, attempts were made at increasing its function and therefore its flexibility. Unfortunately, proposed missions such as security were well beyond its recognition systems and processors. One small piece of lasting notoriety was that the Mark 6 was one of the first Habis robotic uses of room temperature superconducting wiring. While the wiring concept went forward, little else of this robot did. The plaque reads, the surface of the old docking ring is pitted from micrometeorite strikes, and there are several large welds running completely around it. Many magnetic coupling clamps are uniformly spaced around the ring. The plaque reads, This docking ring was recovered in pieces from the port facilities at Genevieve 9, where it was broken when a freighter, the Hardy, accidentally turned on its thrusters just before mooring was completed.
No shortcuts here, it seems. We better...
I don't see anything here that can help.
I don't think the schematics show the way to the other room through here. Is there something you know that we don't, Captain? We should get some of these for the Enterprise, Captain. It's a good vehicle.
I'll grant you it's a good little craft, Chekhov, but we'll never need escape vehicles in the Enterprise. Everything on this pod's too tight. I need the proper tools. I was able to get one loose access panel, but I'm not sure what we can do with it.
Proper tools.
No, I don't think that's... No, I don't think that's...
Oh, I have the access panel. Just can I put it back?
No, I don't think that's...
No, I can't put it back.
No, I don't think that's... No, I don't think that's...
A protective panel salvaged from an normal heat resist. A standard 300. This prop helps support the dock. The surface of the old dock.
Most of this is just too massive to move around, but we've got some nice magnetic clamps here.
Shit, we have so much stuff.
It's not much more than a
Captain, I hope you don't...
What am I supposed to do?
This is a bizarre piece of machinery. I wonder what it was designed for.
And we're gonna use nothing. That would be so funny. Pick up all the things. We destroy all the exhibits.
I can't
we just
imagine
use
what this
one
machine
wire.
could be good for.
Okay. We're building a robot. What's this? Support?
U-shaped
magnetic clamps.
No, I don't think that's... No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that... No, I don't think that's...
After all this, Captain, you've done so much more damage than the thief did. Let's see, are these filled? Come on, man. How much time do I need to wait?
Chekhov takes the
I said give me the brandy!
an old-style phaser.
It says very rapidly. Well, actually, it says
The capacitor should charge that.
Very rapidly. Whatever that means.
Save new game. Replace.
Let's go in there.
Security lockdown?
I don't think that's a good idea. I feel that's where the enemies are. PVSOP 2123.
Authorization code correct. Warning. Malfunction in security authorization. Access denied.
It appears that the terrorists do not want any visitors.
This is why I use everything on everything. Okay, if I talk
Do you think we could pry the doors open?
We'd need a mighty big crowbar for that door, laddie. Captain, when you were in school, did you ever make a tennis ball cannon?
Of course, Mr. Scott. It's a dormitory tradition. Empty cans, tape, and a little propellant. If I remember my formula... But what's that got to do with our situation?
We're gonna do that?
I was standing here looking at the cannon and thought maybe we could use the same idea to get through that wee door.
Okay, yeah, let's use the cannon.
You're going to knock down the door with a tennis ball?
Yes.
I'm sure Scotty had something else in mind. You did, didn't you, Mrs.
Aye, Captain. In an engineering dorm, that's for freshmen only. As you move along, you get into bigger and better versions.
We'll use a big tennis ball?
We use a baseball.
No, laddie. I was thinking, since we cannot fix the phaser here, maybe we could build some sort of mass driver. The capacitors on the cannon can discharge a lot of power in a short burst.
Why not?
Oh, I remember. Using magnetic fields to propel an object faster and faster. V.
Don't say it, laddie. You didn't invent them.
Of course not. I was going to say we will need an iron tennis ball.
Save new game. Replace previous. Delete previous. Cancel. Save. Save new game. Cancel. Replace previous. Delete. Save new game.
Tennis. Get this one, I guess. Oh, so you literally have to wait for it.
Chekhov takes the capacity.
Interesting. Use the magnetic thing.
No, I don't think that's...
Let's use you on it, though. Yeah, first try that. We don't have our
There's little else we can do with this, Captain.
We don't have any items.
Chekhov takes the...
Can I put these things in there?
No, I don't think that...
Can I use this?
No, I don't think that...
Can I use this on
No,
this?
I don't think that...
Can I use this on
No,
this?
I don't think that's...
Can I use this on
No, I don't think that... No, I don't think that...
Okay.
No, I don't think that's...
Huh.
It'll take me about 2 hours just to finish this job, Captain.
Scotty, we don't have to.
You're asking for a miracle?
You've always delivered them in the past, Mr.
Do it, dude.
There's little else we can do with this. I don't understand what you... I don't understand what you want.
Let's try on this again.
I wish we could take this one, Captain.
Oh.
But unfortunately, there's little else I can do with it now.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
I know, this is stupid, but...
No, I don't think...
I'm just gonna try all the items on this.
No, I don't think that's... No, I don't think that's... No, I don't think that's necessary.
The Aurora thing.
No, I don't think that's...
What is the Aurora thing?
No, I don't think that's...
The gun?
No, I don't think that... No, I don't think that...
Okay, so we can't use anything on this.
We should get some of these for the Enterprise, Captain.
I'll grant you.
I can't imagine. This is a bit beyond me.
This thing? It's not really aimed at the door. It's aimed at this. What are you doing? Hey! Hey!
The plaque reads... The plaque reads, an old ground-based phaser cannon model B7. The Klingon console written on the plaque.
This thing? No, this was to recharge these batteries. Okay, let's go back in the other room. Hey! Stop it! Stop it. Like, why do I have these two things?
A decanter full of the curator's... A rather large bottle.
I wonder if we can get in.
Captain, I found the room used to house a small aquarium. Whoever's in there probably slid the phasers up a drain under a net.
At least it's too small.
Aye, but it's close to a main drain, which is big enough.
Won't the Enterprise...
Not with that force field.
And we can't shut that off.
Aye, Captain.
We'll see, Mr.
I don't think there's anything...
No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's... No, I don't think that's... No, I don't think that's...
Maybe this is...
No, I don't think that... No, I don't think that's... No, I don't think that... No, I don't think that... No, I don't think that...
Could these things be used as part of the gun?
This glass birdhouse is the nesting place of a Brecnerian...
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Let's break this glass. And let's look at the description of the song.
A rather large... A decanter full...
Rather large bottle of cognac.
A rather worn...
A lens.
A standard silver...
A tray.
An old-style phaser cannon capacitor.
We'll need that for sure.
A protective panel set... Normal heat-resistant...
Protective panel.
U-shaped magnetic
clamp.
A standard 3...
So we definitely need that. Like, we seem to have enough item to be able to build something here. I'll try everything.
No,
I
don't think that's...
I think I already did that.
No, I don't think... No, I don't think that's... No, I don't think that's necessary.
Well, I clicked all my guys on it.
No, I don't think that's... No, I don't think that's... No, I don't think that...
In the corner right? What?
A typical computer...
This? This is not a computer. What are you talking about? This? This is to close the door. Maybe it's gonna crush the thing now.
I don't think the door will close, but...
Oh, that was just... Okay. Oh yeah, that's a Cleon consoles. I tried to use my guys on it earlier. Let's try it again. It's been a while. Sometimes it's different.
It's working fine.
It's working fine.
Not much I can do with...
Oh, connected? Connected?
Not much I can do with it.
It's not connected. Okay, so we'll be able to connect.
I think I'll leave this machine.
Yeah, the connection, like this interface cable.
Captain, I think we should finish wiring up the Aurora before...
Well, I tried this on the Aurora
No,
already.
I don't think that's necessary.
Oh, the Aurora.
It won't do us any good to hook it up to the panel until everything is wired up.
Everything is wired up, so wires first.
Actually, Captain, I don't think these will do. They'd survive firing the beastie, but they don't carry enough current for what we're likely to...
I'm sure we could find something that would work in this place.
Yeah, this, no?
It won't do us any good to hook it up to the panel
Magnetic clamp on this. This will be used as the gun. Not this? I guess this is the gun. Yeah, you're right. It is aimed at the door.
We'll still have to wire them up, Captain. That's going to be the real job.
I thought they were talking about this when they said they will build a tennis gun thingy. Okay, yeah, we have everything we need to construct something here. We'll use the brandy.
Unless we plan to christen her, even I can't.
No? Oh, come on, man.
That'd be a criminal.
You're boring.
We'll need to set up a magnetic field before...
Magnetic field with, I don't know, interface.
Dwuntu asan go to hook it. Dwuntu asan go.
Not hook it up yet. This? Oh. The capacitors? Oh. I don't know, maybe? Let's put them down. I thought it was weird when he put it down that it was like just taking that little space there, like we would put more of these capacitors.
No, I don't think that.
So, is this?
Lights cascade continually. There are capacitors. Lights cascade. There are capacitors on top of the generator absorbing energy from the broadcast field. Magnetic clamps have been positioned on the surface of the unit.
Okay.
This is mostly ceramic, Captain. Not likely. It conducts electricity fine, but silver's not so hot with magnetism. We'll be lucky to launch it off the end of the table. We'll need to set up a magnetic field before we...
Okay, the lens is it's gonna be the lens. Can we hook up the things now?
No, I don't think that's...
Actually, Captain, I don't think these will do. They'd survive fine.
I'm sure if we could find...
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Dwuntu asan go to hook it up to the...
Captain, I think we should finish wiring up the Aurora before hooking it into the bridge panel. It'll take me about 2 hours.
Scotty,
You're asking?
You've always delivered. Let's keep working, gentlemen. Time is... No, I don't think that's necessary.
Are you just telling me everything now?
We definitely need to
Please
wire
don't tell
up
me
the
all
clamps.
the puzzles.
So
you seem like really talkative and
need
like
to-
giving me all the answers all of a
definitely
sudden.
need-
You never do that. That robot had something. Which robot? Yeah, the lens. I have the lens already. Yeah, you're kind of like giving me all the hints. No, stop it right now. Stop it. You're clearly
Lights
looking up a
cascade.
walkthrough
There are
or something.
capacitors.
No, okay. Maybe if you're not looking at a walkthrough, if you have no idea what you're doing, you can't.
A
continue.
decanter full of...
You can't continue.
Lights cascade. There are capacitors on top of the generator absorbing energy from the broadcast field.
Dwuntu asan go to hook it up to the panel until everything is wired.
Wired up. This is not enough.
No, I don't think that... No, I don't think that's... No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's... No, I don't think that...
Actually, Captain, I don't think these will do.
I'm sure if we could find something that would work in this place. Dwuntu asan go to...
Captain, I think we should finish wiring.
No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that... No, I don't think that's necessary. 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 Unless we plan to christen her even... No, I don't think that's... No, I don't think that's... No, I don't think that's...
I think we just about salvaged all we can from this system.
Super connecting.
I don't understand what you want me...
There's nothing left here, Captain.
It's definitely in the other room. It was saying he didn't have the tools to get stuff in, like in here.
Low and sleek, this space vehicle has a Spartan look.
That would make a fine battering ram. Too bad we cannot possibly get it up.
Okay.
I'm just a simple cap. I think either one of you could...
I'm not sure if I...
Why, Mr. Scott, you're the engineer. This looks like fairly...
You know what Archimedes said?
I wasn't being critical, Scott.
Aye, Captain. They can take us all to a museum and have us stuffed.
This is not exactly my area, Beck. My great-grandfather...
The sensor package that operated this diagram was huge, Captain.
My great-grandfather...
The sensor package...
I'm just a simple...
No.
Nice diagram. We should get some of these for the Enterprise.
I'll grant you it's a good...
I can't imagine.
These are the magnetic clamps we took.
It's not much more than a giant...
We picked up a bunch of things here.
No, I don't think that's... 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 No, I don't think that... No, I don't think that...
Only the robots.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
I didn't take anything,
no, I don't think... No, I don't think... No, I don't think that's necessary.
Interface cable.
A standard 350 micron interface cable.
That looks mighty useful. I've tried it on everything. Are you telling me I'm gonna interface with something else in another room? Or that's when he says
Won't do us any
wait.
good to hook it up to the panel.
Okay, so we're gonna use this later. There seems to be some wiring just dangling here. There's some wiring here. This is nothing.
The plaque reads. The plaque reads.
So you said something about superconducting. Why? Why did you talk to me about superconducting? Why is that even important?
Low and sleek, this space vehicle has a Spartan look. Written on the plaque. This is...
That would make a fine...
Not even a description of
The plaque reads, a failed experiment in Habis robotics. The Green Mark 6 was one of those ideas where the original concept might have been sound, but the follow-ups were too much. Planned as a simple cargo handler, attempts were made at increasing its function and therefore its flexibility. Unfortunately, proposed missions such as security were well beyond its recognition systems and processors. Once,
if we could make it run, maybe we could use it to force the door open.
Interesting idea, Mr. Chekhov. We'll have to keep it in mind.
Did you say that before?
This is not exactly my area.
Dude. We tried that twice.
This is a bizarre piece of machine.
I can't imagine.
It's clearly there, like super, like incredible wiring. I need to open it or something.
No, I don't think that's...
Why don't they take the thing?
No, I don't think that's... No,
like,
I don't think that's...
Anything else.
No, I don't think that... No, I don't think that... No, I don't think that... No, I don't think that's... No, I don't think that's No, I don't think that's necessary.
The plaque reads,
if we could make it run, maybe we could...
Interesting idea, Mr. Chekhov.
The plaque reads,
if we could make...
Interesting idea.
The plaque reads,
if we could make it...
Interesting idea, Mr.
If we could make it run, maybe with the batteries. We just bring it on the here. Just bring it here. I don't know why. Let's make it run. It's gonna bash into the door, explode.
Chekhov takes the capacitor.
And then we'll be able
Chekhov
to get the
takes...
wiring. That would be nice. I'll be ending the stream soon anyway, so we'll try a couple of things here, but that'll be pretty much that. Come on, do it! Yes! Okay, it's actually moving. So these ints, like just this guy is saying is we're gonna run up the door, was actually an int. Yeah, it was similar to what I thought would happen.
That has to be one of the most useless robots I've ever seen.
Badly designed, Captain.
It's not going to help us, is it?
Only in a dance contest.
Okay, but...
You take the capacitor...
Nope.
This is not exactly my...
Guys, do your thing. Was that the thing that exploded here?
There's no way anyone could fix this piece of junk, no matter how much time was available. But I did get some wires that may be helpful.
Okay. Okay, let's
I
try
don't understand what you want.
To continue a little bit, just a couple of minutes. See what we can get. Okay.
Save new game. Can't save. Delete. Save new game.
Okay, gun. Let's make a gun. So do I need to put the batteries there? Exactly, everyone. Like it's a perfect point-and-click adventure game where you actually use every single one of them. And so this is the thing. Okay.
Captain, I'll need a little help positioning the clamps correctly while wiring them.
Okay.
Captain, push harder. I'll need these tighter to get more power.
I'm giving it all I got, Scotty.
Oh! It's funny.
We are hooked up here, Captain.
Okay. Are we ready? Oh, we need the lens.
There's not enough power yet. We'll need an...
Okay, we need 2 capacitors, and they need to be full, I guess. I put this on this.
One projectile ready to go, Captain.
Save new game. Replace previous. Delete previous game. Save new game.
Shoot. Why would that lens destroy this door? Imagine.
Thank you, Captain.
We would get hurt. Like that lens will just blast into millions of pieces and we would die.
School must miss you dearly, Mr. Scott.
Get out of the way. Wow, that was awesome.
Save new game. Can't delete previous game. Replace.
Oh, I wanted to pick up the capacitor.
We made a bit of a mess here, didn't we?
Yeah, I guess we'll continue this next time. That'll be that for tonight. Are we getting close to the end? I feel we're getting close to the end. Maybe next stream will be the last stream. How many chapters left? Oh wow, there's still a good way to go. Holy shit, this game is long. How many chapters? 8 episodes. No, we're not finishing this next time. Long ass game. Well, Good stuff. Yeah, really good stuff. This game is really good. It's really good and it's not too hard. We're getting through slowly but surely. So next time we'll be playing this will be on Thursday. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we're gonna play Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster at 8 PM Eastern Time, but we'll have time before that to play some BattleTech. I'm so excited to go back to BattleTech. I was waiting. I've been waiting for like 6 days now? 5 days? I don't know. Too long to play BattleTech. So tomorrow BattleTech at about 5 or 6. Say goodnight to Shodan. I'm gonna raid someone. There you go. Sorry for backseating. Oh no, that's fine. I don't mind backseating, especially not for point and click games. If you're actually playing the game with me, if you're just giving me the answer because you've played the game before, or you have a walkthrough in front of you or ins or whatever, no, please don't. Because even though you might be like, no, I'll just make believe that I don't know about the game, and you'll never know. No, please don't. Okay, please don't. It's no. Okay, if you know the game, don't give me any hints. There's no way for me to know if you know or not. We're going with the honor system. So thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time. Tomorrow, BattleTech and Final Fantasy, and Thursday, Star Trek Judgment Rites with some BattleTech before that. Good night, everyone. Oh, good night, Shodan.
Check it out. I am the
Ciao.
ultimate badass. Yeah. State of the badass art.
Hey, Crucial Sparks.
You do not want to fuck.
Good night, guys.
Thank you for your cooperation. Good night.
I'll buy that.